Do you ever find yourself sitting for hours at a time? Head buried in your computer is something a lot of us do, especially at work. Research shows just 15 to 30 minutes of extra movement a day can help offset the damage of sitting for too long. Coach Lynch Hunt is the owner of AWOL Fitness. He is a transformation specialist and a life coach, and he's here with us today to show us some movement to help combat that long sitting. So good day. Thanks for joining us.
Great day, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first, Coach, research actually shows that sitting for too long can actually increase your risk of heart disease and even can shorten your lifespan. Why is it so important for us to be moving throughout the day?
Well, first of all, research shows correct. And it's because we limit our circulation when we stop. And if we don't move, then our blood and our fluids don't circulate. So we must be intentional about moving. So today I'm actually here to give you about 4 exercises to, get those tight muscles back awake and keep you moving throughout the day.
Sounds good. Before we get into the exercises, what about folks who actually do go to the gym maybe daily? Why is it important that they continue to move even when that gym session is over?
Well, even for them, after working out, their muscles are going to get tight. And you don't want to keep tight muscles. So you want to look at some of these stretches that we have today and continue to do them even if you go to the gym on a regular basis.
Awesome. Let's jump right into it. We got a nice little desk and some chairs here.
Right.
So what's the first movement?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down because that's what we've been doing all day. And what we want to do is wake these muscles up and warm them up. So first, before we stretch, we're going to just get some blood flowing, and we're going to start with some chair marches. So what we're going to do is just kind of march and reach with the opposite hand going towards our opposite foot, just to get the blood flowing. We're getting the hamstrings going, shoulders warmed up a little bit, and we're going to do this a few times. Now, if you're at your desk and you're ready to get this going, you can do this for about 30 seconds or a minute. But after we get the blood flowing, we're moving into our second stretch. All right?
Okay.
Our second stretch here, okay, you can relax. Our second stretch here is going to be the figure 4 stretch, okay? So we'll take our ankle, put it over our knee, right here, and all we're going to do is just gently lean forward, and we're going to wake up. Did you feel that right there? Yeah. Woo. You're going to wake up those glutes, the piriformis, even the sciatic nerve right there. It just says, let's loosen some of this tension of what we got going on. And as you're holding it here, you just want to keep slightly leaning forward to stretch, and then you'll change legs and do the other side.
Okay.
All right, the next move, let's try the other leg with the next move here, so we can get a little stretch on both sides. We're going to do what we call the pigeon twist. So you'll take that leg, cross it over again, but your knee will be up a little bit higher, and then you'll just twist to the opposite side here,
Coach,
towards your knee.
This is great. I've been sitting a lot today, so this is amazing.
It's perfect right here. Here you're adding in a little bit of your upper and middle back, and then you're also waking up, like I said, that piriformis and that sciatic nerve again. So you can go ahead and relax. But you'll do that a couple of times, both sides, and that'll keep all those things activated and moving. All right, now we're going to stand up a little bit, and we're going to get a little bit of blood flowing. Let's turn our chair to the side a little bit, and everybody here, you can either grab your desk or the arms of your chair to the side, and what we're going to do is called the elephant walk. So we'll take one heel, we'll raise it off the ground, straighten one leg up, and then we'll just oscillate those legs and move them back and forth as we try to stretch our hamstrings a little bit right here. So as you warm up a little bit, you can start to reach down and try to touch your toes as you're warming up. And this oscillation here basically tells the hamstrings that, it's time to wake up. And we have a little reciprocal inhibition going on here where it says, you know what, let's go ahead and relax because we've been so tight this whole entire time. And then we can reach down and really get that deep stretch as we wake it up and warm it up.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a pretty good one, right?
That was a great one.
Yep, it was a great
too.
one. Now that we're up and we're moving, we got some blood flowing, we're going to sit back in our chair and we're going to put our bands around our ankles to really activate those glutes. So I'll give you this light one right here real quick, and I'll take the other light one. Once we put them around our ankles, we're just going to take a few steps in each direction. There we go. Let's get it around there. Okay. We'll take about a hip width to shoulder width stance apart. And we're going to take a few steps in this direction first. There you go. And be sure that you don't close your feet all the way so that you can keep tension on the muscles. So you have adduction and adduction of the hip muscles here, and it's activating those glutes, and you're waking up everything. A few times, 30 seconds, a minute, your glutes will be on fire, and guess what it's going to say? Ooh, lower back, we got some help here. All right?
And these bands, you can pretty much get them from any major retail store.
That's correct.
Awesome. Before we go, what are some other things people can implement throughout the day just to make sure that they're constantly moving?
Well, one, we got to be intentional about moving. And you know how we ride around the parking lot, we look for the closest parking spot. I know this sounds cliche, but literally, if you know you're going to be sitting all day long, you should probably try to pick a further parking spot so that you know you're going to get some more steps in. And then on your breaks, you got to get up and you got to move around, because we got to keep that circulation, because that's where all our heart and health problems are coming from, when that blood is not circulating and flowing the way it should be.
Coach Lynch, this was awesome. I definitely learned a lot, and we didn't even have to break a sweat to get moving. If you're interested in incorporating these movements into your routine, we'll have them posted on our website.